service of our great imperial family to which we all belong.
A promise kept for the rest of her life. On her 21st birthday, our future Queen addressed the Commonwealth, a custom she'd become very familiar with. But Princess Elizabeth wasn't always destined for the throne. It was expected that she'd live a relatively quiet life, out of the spotlight. But all that changed when her uncle abdicated to marry an American divorcee. Her father was now king. 11-year-old Elizabeth was his heir. Princess Elizabeth spent most of World War II at Windsor Castle with her sister Princess Margaret to escape the bombing in London. It was from here she made her first public broadcast to the children of the Commonwealth, many of them also living away from home.
We know, every one of us, that in the end all will be well, for God will care for us and give us victory and peace. And when peace comes, remember, it will be for us, the children of today, to make the world of tomorrow a better and happier place.
Elizabeth was the first female member of the royal family to serve in the armed forces. She trained as a mechanic, and by the end of the war, she'd been promoted to the equivalent of captain. Our future Queen joined her family and Prime Minister Winston Churchill on the balcony at Buckingham Palace, waving to a crowd of thousands. She'd secretly joined the masses that night, pulling her cap over her eyes to avoid recognition.
I remember we were terrified of being recognised, so I pulled my uniform cap well down over my eyes.
Princess Elizabeth met Prince Philip at Britannia Royal Naval College, Dartmouth, shortly before the war. The dashing young cadet was tasked with looking after the young princess, and, in true British fashion, their love story began with a game of croquet. They waited until after the war to marry. A modest event compared to the splendour of more recent royal weddings. Princess Elizabeth collected clothing coupons for her dress